It's a new setting. Hi, Lilies. If you're watching the recording, thank you so much. And drop a 3 below if you're watching the recording. So if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, wherever you're watching this recording, please drop a 3 so we can see that you watched and we can come back and say what's up. But welcome to the second Monday Lily Celebration Power Hour. We do this every single month and we shout girls out. Plus we have a guest speaker, a different guest speaker every single month. And this month it's one of your very own, actually, Lusty Lilies, and we'll talk about her in a moment. And we're going to kick off our celebration shout outs tonight with Heather Noby, if that's okay. Woo woo, with Pure Force. I think you're a co-host if you want to share.
Awesome. I think so. Let me, getting up the share my screen. Woohoo! Yay. Alrighty. So can everyone see it? I'm hoping it's gonna now actually get up. Let me launch my PowerPoint. That's what I love. I love making the things, and then can everyone hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let me see. There we go. Hit the button. Ta-da! And this is why I asked Mariah for tips. So yay, the Jedis had an amazing month. We did $26,531 in sales. Woot! So keeping awesome sales. We actually had 1% growth in May. Then we had some crazy high retail. So yay to Miss Laura Natalie. She did $10,140, which is insane. She was killing it. Then we had Miss Delta Sizemore at $1,250. Then we had TJ Fiber, who's been killing it every month with $1,230. Then we got a whole bunch of bosses this last month. So Penny Mills came in at $989. Jesse Harmon was $950. Lynn Spencer was $773. Alicia O'Hanlon was $532. Karan Hall came in at $430. Bonnie Went was $414. And Amanda Ix was $325. So then Business Builders, Laura brought in 2 new team members. So she wasn't just cranking the sales. She was also sharing the opportunity. And we welcome Jenny Allen and Azonia Harvey and Charlene Yakum. And Charlene just signed her first girl 10 days ago. So people are rocking and rolling and killing it already. But we were having a great month. So it's been going really well. So great job, Jedis. You guys were killing it. And I can't wait to see what we do in June.
Woohoo! Yeah, congrats. So excited for you guys. And congrats to Laura. She's cranking those numbers. And congrats to everyone else. Penny, we go back for years. So congrats to my friend Penny. All the Pure Force Jedis. You guys rocking it and killing it. Congrats. And other leveled up Lilies. Let me shout out, grab anyone that wants. You ready for me, Natalie?
I sent you a message.
Natalie's ready. Let me pull up my messenger. And she's gonna sit where I'm sitting. Here we go. You want to? You want to? Okay. We're gonna figure it out.
It's gotta remember the camera is tight.
Oh, you can't stand. That's right. Hello. All right. So go ahead and do your talk, and I'll pull up the images.
So I just got to shout these girls out because they work really hard, and I'm really excited to share this out. So the first things first is Miss Kristen Cormier. Had her first online party since ever, and $747 online party. She rocked it. She ran it. I'm so proud of her. She's got a lot going on, so to do that, I'm like above and beyond the moon. And then I love that shirt picture. And if you guys didn't know, I'm shouting out Amanda Marsh because she had her beautiful Rainbow Bailey. Woo! And she's been the most amazing, sweet, precious little bit. I finally got to see her face in person. It's so great. So I want to shout her out because some of y'all know, some of y'all don't know, some of y'all will know eventually being a mom is a hard job and doing it and still maintaining her business, which she's had for 3 years now. She just celebrated her 3-year anniversary last month, actually. So I'm super proud of her. No, March. I lied. It's March, not May.
Yeah, no, totally.
March is March.
March is March. Oh, I love that.
So Rainbow Bailey and Amanda, and that's my shout outs.
Yay! That is awesome shout outs. Hell yeah. Babies all around. Christy Carr's got a baby in here tonight. We got Marsha's baby in here tonight. All right, so congrats. Let's keep it moving and grooving. Any other leveled up Lilies before I jump into the PowerPoint that I promise it's not perfect. There's one missing thing, but it's good. It's good, I promise. But yes, any other leveled up lilies want to do some shout outs for last month? Anyone in here in the room while I'm talking?
Can I honestly shout out myself?
Hell yeah. It's shout out night. She's right there. Go ahead, talk about it. You see you.
So I've been going through a lot of health issues. I was just diagnosed with chronic idiopathic urticaria, which means chronic hives and swelling without an end pause. And like I've been in a lot of pain, but I'm still doing what I gotta do and getting it done. So
Woo! Amen. Yes, Leanna. Please, if you're in the Zoom room, in this room, any room, please shout yourself out. Use the chat box. And even if you want to go to sleep tonight, you wake up tomorrow and you're like, man, I wish I would have shouted my ass out. Go to the Lilies and just post something about whatever you're working on. Talk to us. Go ahead. Go. Get in here. Get in here. Get in here.
Okay. So I've been a stay-at-home mom since 2008. I haven't made an income like since then. So this past week, my AC like went down the shitter, and I had to call somebody. Guess who fucking paid for it? I did.
Woo!
With my money.
That's a good feeling, paying for shit for your money. Emergency shit too. It's a good feeling. Good feeling. Shouting yourselves out. This is a great night to do that. Oh goodness. Anyone else? Anyone else before I jump into my thing? Anybody before? Deb or you should be able to unmute yourselves if you want to shout somebody out. Shout yourself out. Most definitely. Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna shout out Jackie real quick and Brandy. I shared some tears with both of them today, and I'm just gonna say it. There's some strong women in this room. It's a strong night for women in the Lilies. But I just want to shout them both out because we had some intimate conversations recently, and I just want to say that we are going to celebrate as a team. We're going to celebrate once we are surviving all of the tragedies right now. There's so much tragedy going on all around us, you guys, and we're surviving it. And you guys are some strong individuals. Okay, so before we get too deep into that, I just want to shout you guys out for that. But I do have a PowerPoint with some happy stuff that's happening, some products and some lingerie that's coming out. So let me jump into that. Unless, did I miss any here, Lady K? Hot Pink Hustlers, anybody? Okay, sweet. Moving in, moving up. Dad, you unmuted yourself. What's up?
Christy did $504 in sales last month.
A baby, I know, right? Go, Christy, go! So awesome. Oh, yes, you are so welcome, Jackie. Thank you. Yes, go, girls. God, this is awesome. So before I hand this over to Crissanda and talk about her, I'm going to pull up the PowerPoint that I promise I have. Hold on. Let me start screen share. I'm going to have to pull them over here, guys. Oh, no. It's not. I'm going to hang up on somebody. Watch. Present mode. There we go. Thumbs up if you can see my screen. It should have big old beautiful lusty lilies and some hopefully some pride colors. I tried my best. But happy Pride Month, everybody. Happy Pride Month, as well as happy, celebration nights. There's some fun things going on here. Of course, if you ever want to know what we got going on, please come to our team website and check out the updates that I put on, like team events and whatnot. Always making sure you guys are in the loop. This was actually something that was just launched a couple days ago. Wanted to make sure the Lilies knew what was going on as far as that new product. I got to be coming in myself. Interested to see how and who and what this is all about. Sanitizing case. So it's pretty interesting. It's our first time ever coming out with a toy that has a sanitizing case. So we're going to see what that's all about. Who's grabbed one or who's thinking about trying to grab one? They're still up there in the green. So raise the hands, Hi, Penny. But the just in case bullet with cleansing case. We have not sold out. Available in Canada. Let me keep going. Now look at this. Hot damn.
Hold up, I see hot pink.
Hot pink hustlers. If you're a hot pink hustler. Look at that. Lady K even said it.
That is beautiful.
Woo, June 25th at noon. Start pre-sailing. If you want the image, I would highly suggest not posting about it until after tonight, because I'm pretty sure that's what Live Love Wins about. Right. But you can most definitely start your pre-sale. Or if you have a lingerie club, or if you need to promote your lingerie club, you look, I'm getting some really spring-like colors, summer hot colors. Neon is like the color of the year, supposedly. So like I even just had a hostess that had a neon themed party. So the lounge camise with a side tie looks hot, you guys. That purple layered garter slip set, loving it. The pink one is too hot. Let's see, I got some more for y'all. Don't you worry. June 25th is going to be a hot day with that halter peekaboo panty. Strappy baby doll. I love that, like that fringe across the chest. Anybody else?
Yes.
Oh, so hot. And then I'm not always the biggest fan of little bit of like strappy across, like for the strappy lace bralettes with G-string, but I know Natalie could look good in it. You know what I'm saying? I know a few others that would look hot in that. But again, look at the prices. Not bad pricing. You can make some pre-sale, like grab bag packages, grab some interest, maybe text a few individuals that you know love lingerie. Maybe they've asked you about lingerie. It's great that Erin Harris, our product share, pretty much gal, she's been getting us pieces every month this year so far. It's been pretty awesome. Let's keep it going. Oh, this is Canada. Canada, you will have these two pieces, Chrissy and Deb, most definitely coming out in Canada. Live, Love, Win, June 14th tonight, June 21st, and June 28th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pure Business every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Thank you to Elizabeth Lewis. She went and made us reminder events. She's one of our fabulous Leveled Up Lilies, and she created reminders. These Pure Businesses are in the brand live. They are not in Zoom. So if you need that brand live link, let us know. I have it somewhere. I know it's also on the training site on the calendar. But yeah, every Tuesday at 7. I think, the guest speaker, Ginny Evans, expert on resiliency, stress, confidence, and human performance. I like that that's not even pure romance related. Like, that's not even party related, you guys. June 22nd, mark your calendars. I'm going to literally be landing like in Phoenix and planning to go to that, you guys. So most definitely go listen, That's from corporate. Corporate sets that up for us. Free of charge. Boom sauce. 2022 Future Leader Program was just announced. Lady K's over here getting excited. So
I'm excited.
hot pink hustlers are going to be required. Yeah, they're going to be qualifying left and right. I don't know if we got a list yet. We're probably going to list soon. Caroline's okay.
Elizabeth,
nice.
One or two more.
If you're curious on what that's all about, here's some information. I don't know if it's coming up blurry for y'all. It's a little blurry on my side, but I can send y'all the link and check it out some more. And I believe it's also on the training site. So, but let's keep moving and grooving. 39 Social Seller Kit. If you have not heard, if you've been living underneath the rock, I am so sorry. Come out from under the rock, because there is a $39 kit all month long. I've sold a few myself. It's not a bad deal. Hit up a couple of your VIP shoppers and say, hey, I need you to kind of, be your own VIP shopper. That would really help me level up, get my $100 bonus every month. There's more ways your VIP shoppers can help you guys, most definitely. So if she's going to be a social seller, standard kit, deluxe kit, premium kit. And look at this. On the 17th.
$20.
Woo! If they're not going to grab that $39 this month, let them know we've got a $19.99 this month. Again, it's like the social seller, only $2,000 available, but I'm not going to lie. Chris Ciccanelli is a very generous guy, and sometimes he'll extend that. But don't expect that. Go for the gold and let ladies know about that now rather than later. And again, that's happening this week, Thursday through Sunday, Monday. Yes. Woo! All right, $19.99. All right, I did extend this. So, Lady K, go put your goals up.
No, don't worry about it. I'll let somebody else win this.
No, well, I know she's like, oh,
I won last time.
But either way, I have not pulled the names off of that post yet. I'm extending it. I'm not going to do the giveaway right now. So go check it out. It's up on the Lilies. And yeah, post your goals. You got to share your goals. That in itself will help you hit your goals. Who can get a name into that? When you share your goals, you hit your goals.
That's exactly what I posted this morning.
Boom.
Motivational Monday.
There we go. There we go, ladies. So 7 lucky steps. Congrats to a few girls that I know for a fact finishing them like Leanna in the house. Woo woo! She finished her 7 lucky steps.
And
Get
brand
it
new
started.
too. Go ahead,
You get to
girl.
pick one item off the table. I'm gonna say stay more that side for me for now because we got other things we're doing with that later. Jessica Cummings. Woo woo! She lives on the West Coast. Love her last name. You might have said I recruited her just because of her last name. I was like, your last name's Cummings? Okay. Then we got Pamela Alberg. She is local. She might show up. Cindy at the door for me right here. Okay, sweet, thank you. But congrats to those gals. If you have anyone you know that have completed their 7 steps, or if they have not completed them, here's the breakdown. It's so super simple. It is right there on our team website. I have made this, even if you've been here for a couple of years, or if you've been here for a couple of days, this is, it's a quick video. It's a one-on-one with your upline. You definitely want to talk to somebody about your business a little bit, get some goals set up. Step 4 is everything corporate's got ready for you. Get some web orders. Ask a friend if she's going to join. Pick a date that you want to have your VIP group party, and then you tell it. Step 7 is telling us you're done. Boom sauce. But this helps you get organized, helps you get your basics out of the way, helps you realize your potential and your resources and your tools at hand. It's just something I'm going to keep talking about all year long until we've got 100% participation. And we don't. We got like 15% participation. There, I said it. Let's keep growing, guys. All right, let's talk about sales. Whoop, whoop. We have different levels here at Lusty Lilies. When you hit a certain level of sales, you get something from me, and I am behind on April. And just so everybody knows, I know I am. So like Lady K, for example, she gets swag. I got swag out on the table here tonight. She's gonna be able to choose from. And there's others as well. But April and May shout outs. Let me keep it rocking and rolling. We got the $500 club. Pretty much everybody that does up to $2,000 in sales for those 30 days. We got senior consultant levels and above. Mara Foster Gray, whoop whoop, and Shauna Gordon. Congrats, ladies, congrats. We got advanced consultant levels. Cindy Trottier in the room. Yes, Elizabeth Lewis, who's in the Zoom room.
Yeah,
Woo,
girl.
woo. Shauna's in the Zoom room too. We've got Amy Smith. Woo, woo. She's part of this club. Tanika Joyner. She's right there. She's in the Zoom room. Tanika. We got Jackie Chaim. She's here. Loving it. She's here. We got Brandy Johnson, man. Again, I shouted them out earlier because they're going through some things, but look at them. They're still kicking ass and taking names.
Yes.
Brandy, Donna, Valerie, Delta, Terry, Alexis, Joanne, that's brand spanking new Joanne. That's with Cindy. We got Penny, who's in the house. Penny! Jesse Harmon, Ashley Jump, Lynn Spencer, Kristen Cormier. Whoop, whoop. She was just shouted out with Natalie. We got Paula Norris, who is new. April Stratford, she's new. Our own Lee Marie. Whoop, whoop. She made the $500 club. Whoop, whoop. And then Cummings, I just talked about Cummings. Jessica, Nina Clarkmore, she's in the $500 club. Get it. Alyssa Easter is in the $500 club. Hell yeah. And she just signed up a girl, just so everybody knows. She's killing it over here. Chrissy Carr with $548 and a bitch out of baby.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, still make that $500 club. And then Alicia or Annalyn, I just have to say, she's also out there having a story struggle status, but she's still kicking ass and taking names. So get it, Alicia. Woo, woo. And I'll share all these images on the Lilies later tonight, guys. So no worries if you can't capture them now. Woo, woo, to Lady K. She is our one and only 2000, 3000 May club. Karen with $2,778 as your advanced director. Then we've got Deborah up in Canada. Highest month ever. And the bitch moved her entire house and she slipped and bruised her ass. $3,200. Get it. $76. And just so you know, these results are not typical. These results come from kicking ass and taking names, okay? All right, next up, we've got Heather Ganovi and Tara Van Egg for the $5,000, $8,000 make club. These ladies, $7,835. Plus, she just moved into her home. Okay. And then Tara Van Egg, $5,852. Get it, love it. And then Laura May, she did over $8,000 in sales for the month of May. $10,100 She can watch this recording. We're going to send her the link. We are proud of you. You continue to show us and walk the walk and talk the talk, Laura. Thank you. Thank you. And as we continue to move forward, we have a couple more shout outs for Leveled Up Lilies that happened in the month of May. Karen Gaskin, she held her advanced director level for 3 months in a row. She earned a free team jacket, which I was hoping to show off tonight, but it's on its way. I know, right? And she got a $750 cash bonus from corporate.
And I got my $600 bonus.
And she has
my
six-
retail sales goal.
And she got all these. Who could use $750? Drop it in the chat. Tell us what you would do with $750 today. If you had $750 to in your pocket from that new, you got the new wallet, who's enjoying the wallet? You're getting paid like really fast. So wallets out there, you got your bonuses coming, team jacket. Congrats to Karen. Congrats. And to Mara Foster. Great! Woo!
She said she forgot about the team meeting.
It's all good.
Come on, get in here.
Mara, I tell you, she did it. She did the senior consultant level 3 months in a row, got her a team jacket coming, and she got that $500 bonus from corporate. What'd you do? 500. Either 750 or 500. What would you do with it, guys? Well, you put it away, save it, go on vacay, blow it, go have some retail therapy. What do you need it for? You know. So if she put it on her credit, she bought a pool too. I can tell you what she's doing. She's doing stuff. She's making
all
sure.
kinds of stuff with my bonuses.
All right, this is the slide I didn't finish. As anybody knows, Lawanda has been busy this month, and this slide will be updated and sent out on the group. No worries, friends.
You don't have AC.
There's been a couple things going on in life. But let's look at what I did complete down here, right? We did 71,647 as a group for the month of May, so killing it.
Lord.
Now look at our year-to-date, people.
Holy moly.
431. We need to hit the 500 this month to be at that halfway limit. We're on track for $1 million.
Team prize party.
The team mega prize party. Yes. And then, of course, to this date, we have 135 lilies to date. We had 140 last month, so we lost a couple girls. That's okay. We keep moving up. We keep moving forward as a group, as a team, as a family. We will always welcome them back, but of course, we are sad to see them go. Now, we did have 7% team growth, so again, we're still in the positive for team growth. And I think, my own May was 4758. I did 7 parties. I had 8 recruits, and I did 4844 for override. And I'll have the rest of this recap up later, I promise. I did want to share a couple of things really, really fast that I learned recently in a class I was in, and then I'm going to pass this over to Crissanda. But this is the point of the year, kind of like the halfway point, like a 6-month mark point that most business owners, not just Pure Romance consultants, but most business owners will stop and kind of reevaluate their own business. They'll do like a self-evaluation. You'll measure your growth, your success. Are you aligning with what you want in your business, as well as your team culture? I do feel like our Lilies team culture is good. We're here to help each other. We always have each other's backs. We help carry the heavy loads. And we have open door communication here where you can literally message any of us, especially Leveled Up Lilies, and we will be there for you to listen and guide you, give you a tip. And if we don't know the answer, we will help you find it, even if we don't know. Okay.
Amen.
So amen to that. But I wanted to give you guys that kind of permission to embrace the middle of the year. If you did not like the beginning of your year, and you want to change what you're doing, you have every right to do that, okay? You've got another 6 months of time to work on whatever it is you haven't done yet, okay? Make it part of that big, like that 6-month plan, that evaluation of where you want to go for the rest of the year.
I'm proof you can do it.
And Lady K is talking over here. You can't see her, but she is proof that you can. Now, here's just one more slide here that I wanted to mention. That helps me, even me, find my harmony and my synergy. I embrace change. I'm always open to learning. I have tiny tweaks along the way. I ask for help. I delegate, and I always remove the mentality of my way is the only way kind of. There's a bunch of different ways out here in the world to work Pure Romance. There's not just one way. And a great tiny tweak example. And please go smack my face and book a one-on-one for July because I have nothing left this month because I'm leaving next week. And I'm taking a vacay for 2 weeks, you guys. I know it's crazy, but I'm doing it. But the tiny tweak I did recently, and I want to tell all of y'all about, is my flash sale. I took it completely, my annual big summer blowout, I took it completely off of Facebook, and I still had a good turnout. So I want to tell you guys about that. If I don't do a live about it soon, I will most likely, take one-on-ones. And anybody who's willing to learn, ask for help. Ask for help. So if you did not know, we do have some e-com specials coming up. Boom, boom, boom. Take some screenshots, or I can send you the images themselves. But right here, here's for your US. We got something coming up here this week. You see what we did last week. Things happening all month long that your customers can take advantage of on your website. There's half price shipping this weekend. There's bundles that corporate's giving to you and your website. Crowd pleasers coming up. Free shipping on the, over 99. They've never done free shipping, by the way. It's like been like discounted shipping. So that's going to be awesome. And some more e-com sales. These are pretty much what you can use on your website to generate sales and income. Look at that, free Rapid Rewind, free Jackrabbit for e-com. Canada, I got your back. Chrissy and Deb got your back always. We got some e-com specials coming up for you guys this weekend, as well as Boom Sauce next week as well for Canada. There it is, next week into July. We're trying to keep everything global, Deb and Chrissy, but it's still kind of a little different on like what products will be free and whatnot. And I think this is the end. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Welcome back to the Zoom room. I am going to put those images up and finish that one final slide, I promise. But if nobody knew what we're doing this, as far as what I'm doing this month, I do leave for Phoenix on Tuesday. Numerous to do things before Tuesday, as well as my own family things, team things, and then I have 521 products hitting my doorstep on Thursday and a pickup party on Saturday. Long story short, if you cannot get to me, there are so many Lilies ready to help. Not only the 3 other team trainers we have on our team website, please take this month to go smack their faces. They are waiting to talk to you. They want to help you as well. And then you can just make a post. I don't actually limit anyone from posting to the Lilies. The Empire, Diamond Empire, you cannot just make a post and ask a question. In the Lilies, you can, my friends. Use us if you need ideas, if you have worries, concerns, or just celebrations. Leanna had a celebration tonight. You can post stuff like that too, even if it's not business related. We want to celebrate with you on all things that you're surviving out here. Most definitely. That's what makes us different, you guys. So, but without further ado, we got the last half an hour here or so of our team meeting. I wanted to introduce to you guys someone who literally just passed her 30-day mark. She's only been with Pure Romance for 30 days. Her name is Crissanda, not Crissandra, like I called her during our first party when she was my hostess. I learned a lot about her as we had our first party together, learned a lot about her wonderful friends, and then she decided to join Pure Romance, and that in itself gives us more time together to get to know each other. And we had a one-on-one a couple of weeks ago, and again, I didn't know her, but she was willing to tell me more. And as she opened up more and more to me, it was something that moved me inside, as well as proved that people, not just myself, but others out there, they need to hear stuff to inspire them to survive whatever they're surviving. Because we're all got something right now, but we want to celebrate the survival. And Crissanda is literally surviving it, and she's on the other side of something, and she's willing. She actually told me that she wants to do this like full scale. She wants to tell her story on in front of thousands of people someday, but she's not ready yet. But what she's ready for is at least to share a little bit of her. And when she told me she needed that, just like, let me use Heather Noby as another example. When Heather Noby came to me years ago and she said she wanted to use us as our team to help her with meditations and help her succeed at something she wanted as a bigger picture in her life, I said, hell yeah, use us, Lilies. And so that was me and Crissanda the other day. She says that she wants to do something, but she doesn't know where to start. She is going to start with us. So with an open mind, an open heart, I'm going to mute my ass. And this woman is going to introduce herself and tell us her story. She's got some bullet points, and we're going to wrap up right around like 9:10, 9:15, Crissanda. But you guys know you can always watch YouTube for the replay. But thank you again for doing this for us and being this strength and this light for us tonight. Okay. However you want to begin it, it's all yours. I'm turning myself off. Thank you. Everybody say thank you for her doing this for us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
All
Crissanda.
right. Looks like I got the floor now. This is kind of exciting. I've never really done this kind of thing before. But first, I really just want to say thank you to LaWanda for giving me the opportunity. When we talked, I had mentioned something about it, and she goes, I think I got something for you. And whoa, I don't know if I'm ready for all that. Anyways, I'm Crissanda. I am 32. I live in Hot Springs, Arkansas. I don't know if you guys know this, but I am the only Lily in Arkansas. A little bit about me. I grew up.
Okay.
Yeah. I grew up in Martinsburg, West Virginia. So I am a West Virginia girl by heart. I had a pretty normal childhood. Mom, dad, brothers, sisters. Everything was really good, actually. We had a pretty normal life. I didn't want for nothing, didn't need for nothing. My mom had gotten pregnant with my brother, who ended up having autism. All right, really? Yeah. Anyways, he had autism, so that was pretty difficult for me to understand and learn. But as I learned more and became more into it with him, I became quite his protector. That was my man, you know what I mean? That was my little brother. But later on in life, in come my little sister Erin, and later on in the story, you guys will understand. But that little girl is the only little girl that I know that could keep a secret like she did. But we'll get there. 10 years old, you know, hit preteens, puberty, all that stuff. I became an asshole. I started being very defiant. I started just not doing nothing I was supposed to. I got introduced to marijuana, decided I didn't like that. Woo. But at 15, and this is kind of where my story really starts. At 15, I was playing this online pool website type deal where you just played with random people and everything. Well, I ended up playing with this guy, and he lived relatively close. And, you know, 15, I don't know shit about life. I don't know nothing about nothing yet. I'm 15. But he actually comes to my house, and we, I guess, start dating. Do you do that at 15? I don't know. That's what we were doing. My 16th birthday rolls around. You know, my mom, she's like taking pictures of his license plate and him and the car and everything, because she's, you know, world's greatest mom. But my 16th birthday rolls around, and Crissanda decided it was going to be a good idea to get pregnant. So I know the exact day, the exact time of when I got pregnant with my oldest daughter. I had let him know that I thought I was pregnant and never heard from him again. So here I am, literally just turned 16, pregnant with a baby. My mom had hurt her neck, so I was taking care of my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, making sure my dad got up for work, making sure he had lunch, made sure my brother went to school, did his homework, and I'm pregnant. Nobody knows that I'm pregnant. I don't tell anybody that I'm pregnant the entire time. Now, a little bit ago, I said something about my sister being able to keep a secret. So what happened was there is I was taking a shower with her. I think she was maybe 2. I don't remember exactly, but 2 maybe. And she goes, "Nay," and that's what they call me. She goes, "Why is your belly so big?" I told her, I said, "There's a baby in there, but you can't tell anybody." That little girl never told a soul that I had a baby in my belly. So my mom and dad kind of had a, transition because my mom, she was hurt. And so we had ended up, bouncing back and forth between places, staying with family members because everything, was all on my dad. It was really hard for him. So we ended up in a place in Falling Waters, West Virginia called Sportsman's Paradise. And it is not at all what it sounds like. It was pretty well the hood for rednecks, I guess. It was down by the river. We a lot of drug activity, a lot of crime activity. But I tell you what, some of the best memories of my life come from that place. So I'm still very, very well pregnant with my oldest. Still nobody knows, never had no prenatal care. And my cousin is pushing my little sister Erin on a bike, and all of a sudden I hear her cry. Well, I take off running. And I'm not really running at this point. I guess I'm kind of waddling, 8 months pregnant, big old belly. Nobody knew because the clothes that I wore were always really big anyway. So it was never out of the norm to see me in a pair of sweatpants and a big old 5X t-shirt. But I heard her crying, so I took off running. My cousin was wearing flip-flops and she had tripped or something. Well, I went to the bathroom that night and I noticed something. So I went to my mom and I said, Mom, what does it mean when this happens? And she's like, well, why are you asking me these things? And I said, well, a friend of mine, she's pregnant. She wants to know. Didn't have a cell phone, Mom. How was I asking for a friend? But so a couple of days later, I'm in full-blown labor. I can't take it anymore. And my mom looks at my dad and she goes, David, why don't you just take her to the hospital? I'm sure she has a really bad, UTI or something. And he looks at her and he goes, why do I got to do it? But so I go to the hospital. The last contraction I have throws me up on my hands and knees. My dad's sitting beside me. God rest his soul. Poor man. I put him through so much hell. But go up on my hands and knees. I grab his knee and I look at him and I say, Dad, I'm pregnant and the baby's coming now. And with the most serious face I have ever seen this very stern man ever have in his life, he looks at me and goes, come again? I said, Dad, I'm pregnant and the baby's coming out. So he goes out into the hallway. It's like a ghost town in there. I'm sitting out in the emergency room for 4 hours. I'm only in the emergency department, barely past triage. And he hollers, my daughter is having a baby. And it was like an army. So, everything happens. I have a little girl. Her name was Kimberly Marie. She was born at 1:13 in the morning, and about 1:45, my dad calls my mom, who is at my grandmother's, and my grandmother answers the phone, and she goes, what's going on with Crisco, David? Because I don't know, not a lot of people can say my name, so Crisco is what my grandma called me. She goes, well, what's going on with Crisco? And he goes, Mom, just let me talk to Sherry. And she goes, you better tell me what's going on with my grandmother or my granddaughter. When you get back here, we're gonna have a problem. He goes, Mom, let me talk to Sherry. So she puts my mom on the phone, and my mom says, well, what's going on? Is she okay? And he goes, are you sitting down? And she said, well, yeah. He goes, congratulations, you're a grandma. And she's like, what? He said, Crissanda just had a baby girl. And my mom goes, a real baby? My dad, he was a smart ass. He goes, no, Sherry, I went to Walmart and I bought her one from Walmart just so she could have her own. Of course, a real baby. So I had a little girl. Everything was really good. I had full support from my family. They were a little upset with me for not saying anything about being pregnant, but so much support, so much help. I was going to school. I eventually ended up quitting school because it was just a lot, taking care of everyone, myself, my kids, but I did go to work. And, she has her first birthday and everything. June 2nd, 2006 was her first birthday. And I go to work and it's December 9th, 2006. And I can remember the phone calls and the time. I worked at a place called Snyder National. I was loading and unloading tractor trailers for GM, everything from a light bulb to a transmission to a motor. If you need something for your car, I'm your guy. But so my aunt calls me, and I can't understand her. I was a smoker at the time, so I would go outside to remove the cones from in front of my truck. so that they could leave. And I would call my mom. And listen, I couldn't understand my aunt. So I called my mom, you know, and it was 12:30 at night. And I talked to my mom and dad both. And I asked them, I said, well, where's the kids? And they said, well, David and Aaron's in your room. You know, that's the only way Kimberly would stop crying. I said, well, okay, that's cool. I said, you know, give them all a hug and kiss for me or whatever. And they both sounded so happy. Like, I don't know, just they had a certain joy in their voice. I don't know what was going on. I don't really, you know, hope I didn't disturb nothing. Sorry, guys. But anyways, so my aunt calls me back an hour later. It's 1:23 in the morning, and I can't understand her again. So I hang up. I go back inside. Well, my biological father calls me, and him and I hadn't spoke in a good 6 months because we had gotten into a literal fist fight. And he said, Crissanda, he goes, you need to come home now. I said, what do you mean I got to come home now? You know, I can't. 6 o'clock in the morning, good ways from now, that's when I get off. He said, no, you don't understand. Your house is on fire. And we can't tell that anybody's made it out. So I run in and I grab my supervisor and I tell him, Jeff, my house is on fire. I have to go home. So he takes me home. And when I get to the top of the hill, I can see it. I can smell it. I get down there and I remember jumping out of the car or the truck while it was still going and running down to my house. And it was almost like I was playing Red Rover. You know, I was the one running and had all these people stopping me. And the only thing I could think of is, you know, where is everybody? Where's mom? Where's dad? David, Aaron, Kimberly, where is everybody? Please, somebody just tell me that they made it out. But they didn't. Nobody did. Someone had told me that they seen a small figure run towards the back of the house after the smoke started. And in my mind, I thought that maybe my brother had gotten out because our doghouse was in the back. And that's where he would run when he was scared, you know, with the autism, that was the safe spot. But nobody made it out. So I'm 18. I'm on my own. I have nobody. My dad's side of the family, I mean, they were my real dad's side of the family. They were involved, but it was always my mom and my stepdad. You know, those were my rocks, and everything was gone. You know, the only thing I had was the clothes on my back, the shoes on my feet, and the phone in my hand. So, fire department, you know, they get there, they explain to me what's going on, and it's pretty damn traumatic, you know, to figure out that you're all alone in the world and nobody gives a shit anymore. But after that, you know, that kind of simmered down and life started to go back to normal for a little while. And I ended up marrying my childhood sweetheart. I met this guy when I was 10, completely and utterly, madly in love with him. We had 3 more little monsters, Devin, Shaylee, and Caleb, who are going strong. They're a lot like their mom, and that kind of worries me. But you know, I did the whole married thing, did the stay-at-home mom thing, and for some reason that I was missing something that wasn't for me. So I left, and that's when I made my first journey to Arkansas. When I did, I had stayed with my grandmother on my real dad's side. She, you know, she's one of those telephone, telegraph, teleme-ma, you know what I mean? Like if there's nothing going on, that woman's gonna make something go on. So she ended up kicking me out of her house, and me and the guy that I was with, we decided that we were gonna go to the next biggest city, which was Fayetteville, Arkansas. And the homeless community there is pretty well taken care of. So we're like, well, okay, well, hell, we're gonna give it a shot. And when I got to Fayetteville, that is when I got mixed up with methamphetamine. I became a pretty big drug dealer to support my habit, to support everybody around me's habit. Wasn't good. I got arrested 52 times in 2 years. And you guys see my minion? He's pretty cool. Anyways, 52 times in 2 years. I averaged that out. That was about once every 2 weeks for 2 years. And finally, the judge had enough of my shit. He revoked all my bonds. And one of my biggest enablers was my bondsman. You know, he didn't matter how much my bond was, he would just come and get me, just come and get me. And, you know, that gave me the I'm untouchable mentality, which was all wrong for all the wrong reasons. You know, nobody's untouchable. But so it's January 29th, 2018, and I get arrested for the last time. They had 3 felony warrants on me, and they said the judge had just had enough of me. So I went to court on February 14th, and I got sentenced to prison. And I'm here to tell you that that is the best thing that has ever happened to me. Prison saved my life. There, I learned boundaries. I learned respect. I learned how to talk again, because for years, you know, I was always high. I couldn't, it took me a good 6 months to be able to form a sentence after stopping, you know, using drugs. I couldn't speak right. I couldn't think right. But so I get to prison. Like I said, I learned boundaries, respect. I learned what being told no feels like, and that sucked. But it did. It saved my life, and I was just determined that I was never going back. I was never going to do any of that again. You know, my kids were going to be my life. Everything was going to be good. I was going to get home. I was going to do the mom thing, and then I relapsed. I paroled out to a halfway house that was very strict, and I'm still pretty damn hard-headed and bullheaded. And I decided that it wasn't for me, so I went to a sober house where I had much more freedom. And with that much more freedom, I found myself getting high again. Excuse me. So with that, I had a friend that lived in Miami, and he said, look, you know, I know of a rehab down here. They'll fly you down here, and it's a 30-day program, and then you can decide what you want to do after that. So I go, I do the whole rehab thing. It's fun, you know. Florida's beautiful. That was the best thing that I got out of it. I come back to check in with my PO and relapse again. And I get scared this time. So I get on a plane. I call the rehab back up because I know that, you know, they're going to get me a free airline ticket down there. I call them back up. I have them fly me back down there, and I met a guy. This guy was perfect. He was so nice and so sweet, and a severe alcoholic. And I end up moving in with him out of rehab, and it was bad. He was very physically, mentally, emotionally abusive in any form that he could, but I was in love. But so I went from Florida to Pennsylvania to a very dear friend of mine's house. She opened her home up to me and him. And on March 21st of last year, I got to see my kids for the first time in 4 years. So of course, you know, I'm with this guy. I want him to be part of it. So I take him with me. He decides he's going to get drunk. And on the way back home, he decides to break my nose in front of these people. Well, that was a different level for me because he had never done it in front of anyone before. It was always, you know, behind closed doors. So I end up having to call the cops. They run my name. They find out that I have a warrant in Arkansas for absconding from where I had taken off from parole. So I get very lucky on that. The judge lets me go, gives me 45 days to turn myself in, and guy goes to jail, you know, and then we come back to the same house, and we get into a fight over a mushroom and Swiss burger because it was not made the way he wanted it to be made. And that was it for me. He talked some serious shit about my deceased daughter, and I didn't feel anything this time when he did. You know, any other time when he accused me of starting the fire, or, you know, anybody did really, because I was interrogated for 18 hours because of that, because I was accused. But I didn't feel nothing, so I knew it was time to go. She had gotten me in contact with. So I come back down here, I turn myself in, and a guy that I had messed around with during my addiction, he gets a hold of me and he says, Crissanda, I still have your book. Now, this book has all of the obituaries, any pictures that I could find, all the newspaper clippings, and it's the only thing that I have left from the fire, and he still has it. And he asked me where I am, so I tell him I'm in Hot Springs, you know, and he goes, all right, well, what's the mailing address? So I give it to him. This slick little shit. The next day, he shows up at my door, and he's holding this book. And let me tell you, this guy's name is Cody. And Cody holds a very near and dear place in my heart, mostly because of that. He was one person that never gave up on me, even though, you know, I treated this guy like crap. But he's currently in my living room. This is currently his ring that I'm wearing on my finger. But let's see, where am I on my little bulletins? I got introduced to LaWanda through the same very dear friend. Let me tell you a little bit about that real quick. She is very, very adamant, not pushy, but very, very adamant. She had gotten a hold of me after I had joined her group and asked me what I thought about it. And I always had 1,000,001 reasons. I just didn't know, you know, this isn't my thing. I'm not a people person. I gave her 1,000,001 excuses, and about every 2 weeks to 30 days, here she come again. I was working a really good job. And then the stress just became too much from it. And I decided that when the stress at my job disturbs the peace of my home, it was time to let go. So I quit my job, and I searched very avidly for a job. And because of my background, my extensive background, I was offered management positions, supervisor's positions, general management positions. And every one of them, as soon as my background check come back, they were like, we're sorry, we can't offer you employment. So one day, right after this had happened, LaWanda messaged me again. She goes, look, for $39, you can join my group right now. And I told her, I said, man, I just quit my job. I can't find a job. I've got a lot going on right now. And she says, this is the perfect time. And I'm kind of thrown off about it. But she goes, this is your prime time. What are you waiting for? She goes, I don't even pay for it. And I'm like, no, you don't have to do that, you know. But I'm broke, you know, I have no money. And the one thing that really stuck out to me is I have a home, I have a job, I have a side career that I'm working on. I'm going to school. My relationship with my kids is better now than it ever has been. And I owe a lot of that to pure romance, because when I was getting in my depression from being told no about jobs because of my background, for being told what I have done is who I am when I know it's not, that really affected my mental health. And I was going down, and I was going down quick. And I don't really want to say that I was on the verge of a relapse, but I'm not going to say that it wasn't possible, that it was coming. And then LaWanda showed up, and she said, not just her, but pure romance, you know, she said, they didn't tell me no because of my history. They didn't tell me no because of my trauma. They didn't tell me no because of what I've been through or what I've done, or the fact that I have 29 felonies, you know, that none of that mattered. The only thing I heard from anybody from pure romance was, let us help you. Let us show you what we know. Let us help you make this work. Let us help you get where you want and need to be. And all I felt was open arms from that. So I am here today to tell you that if I can do this, anybody can do this. And I'm finding out very quickly that it is and is going to be worth it. It just is. How can I go wrong, you know? But I definitely owe a very big thank you to LaWanda. So thank you for that. Thank you, ladies, for the opportunity for me to tell a little bit of my story. And that's all I got.
Thank you for being a survivor.
Thank you.
That was amazing. Oh my
Why am I still on the screen?
I'm moving it. I promise. I'll be
Get
my view thing is. Okay, gallery view. I don't know if you should not be spotlighted anymore.
I'm not. I'm off.
Can we please in the chats just love, all the love. If you don't mind, Crissanda, we're gonna take another few minutes. I'm gonna kill the recording. So I just want to say thank you for opening up to us. We're gonna kill the recording for any kind of quick Q&A kind of thing, but thank you for doing this for us. You can do it here, you can do it everywhere. You're going to school to help others like yourself, and I am blessed to have someone so strong like yourself on this team. This team is strong already, and you will be with us, and you fit right in. Please.
Thanks, guys.
We're here for you. Yes. Thank you, Crissanda. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Enough. I'm gonna stop the recording. Thank you for watching the replay. Stop recording. Stop.